Which company has the best Pride merchandise? Pride Month, the month of the year that we get blamed for celebrating who we are and who we love, even though straight people get to groom our children the whole rest of the year. But this year, hundreds if not thousands of companies will be trying their best to sell Pride merchandise to the LGBTQ community and allies. That's why we thought it was a great time to ask the question of which one should you buy from? So we comprised a list of 16 questions and ranked the top 9 companies, so you know which one is the best to find what you're looking for and is the best one to support overall. The first set of questions here was something we covered in another episode of ours called Pride or Pandering, which outlines the test you should put on any company you're looking to support. But our first question here was, where does the money actually go? Does the company give a portion of their sales to the LGBTQ charities or causes to help the community in return? Target here gives $100,000 per year to Glesson, an amazing LGBTQ charity, but it doesn't matter how much they sell. They will only give this set dollar amount, so we rank them 2 out of 5 stars in this category. When it comes to Walmart, they have not publicly announced as of the date of this recording that any money raised in profits from their Pride collection this year will go to any charity, though they have said that they support over 30 local Pride events. Thus, we gave them a 0 out of 5 in this category. Next up, Spencer's Gifts last year donated $323,000 from their profits of their 2021 Pride collection to the ACLU. And while we can't say what percentage of sales this is because they don't release how much they actually made from their Pride collection last year, we do acknowledge that they gave a percentage of sales. So we gave them a 3 out of 5 in this category. Next is Disney, who announced they will be donating 100% of their profits from this year's Pride collection. But this only came after the company's employees were forced to be whistleblowers on the fact that Disney has been purposefully not allowing LGBTQ characters in their films and TV shows for generations. Thus, they have their own Don't Say Gay rule. So while we give Disney a 5 out of 5 stars in this specific category, we will circle back to give them lower scores later for their horrible anti-LGBTQ actions and policies. Hot Topic does not publicly list any LGBTQ charities they support with their Pride collection. However, they could support such charities through their Hot Topic Foundation, which customers have to purchase a donation gift card separately in order to support. So we gave them a 0 out of 5 in this category. Next up, Kohl's has committed $100,000 this year to be donated to the Trevor Project, LGBTQ Crisis Intervention and Suicide Prevention Lifeline, and another $100,000 to the USO. So first off, it doesn't matter how much they sell in Pride merch, they will only give a certain amount to the Trevor Project. Secondly, the announcement of supporting an LGBTQ charity only came coupled with the announcement for the same donation to the USO, a charity to help veterans. And since our community is regularly condemned for celebrating an entire month in June, when veterans only get one day in May, even though homophobes are too dumb to realize November is National Veterans Month, this Kohl's statement left us feeling uneasy. It's as if they're trying to help the LGBTQ, but only if they can keep their homophobic customers too. Otherwise, they would have released 2 separate statements instead of just one with both announcements in it. So we gave them a 1 out of 5 here. Michael's store says their Pride collection will support the Boys and Girls Club of America's LGBTQ initiative, but have not set a dollar amount or percentage amount yet. So we gave them a 1 out of 5 here. Next up is the Human Rights Campaign, which is an LGBTQ charity themselves. So they get 5 out of 5 stars in this category. Finally, Powered by Rainbow's Pride collection is from our weekly LGBTQ education show. So we give ourselves here a 5 out of 5 in this category. And I know this might sound biased, but in fairness, that number is still valid. The next question is, how long have they supported the LGBTQ? Target only supported us since 2014. Walmart has only supported us since 2013. When it comes to Spencer's, Hot Topic, and Kohl's, we cannot confirm when they began supporting us, so we cannot give them a score in this category. This year will be the first year Disney has supported LGBTQ people without bias, so we give them 0 in this category. HRC and PBR have both been supporters of the LGBTQ since they were founded, so they each got 5 out of 5 stars in this category. To save some time here, we also scored each store on the questions of, do they have LGBTQ representations in their ads? How is the LGBTQ employee experience? Do they conduct business in anti-LGBTQ areas? Are there LGBTQ benefits for employees? Have they used political influence to help our community? And do they have LGBTQ executives? For specific answers to why we scored them in each category as we did, you can check our sources down below. Next up, we scored each company on how large of a selection they had of how many Pride products overall. We gave Target 5 out of 5 stars for a massive collection, Walmart a 4, Spencer's 5, Disney 5, Hot Topic 4, Kohl's 5, Michael's 3, HRC 3, and PBR 4. Next, we asked if each company did more than just slap rainbows on everything. We wanted to ensure they offered inclusive merchandise to all parts of the LGBTQ, not just gays and lesbians. So we scored them on if they had Pride merchandise for kids. Then we searched through their Pride collections to see if they offered any merch for bisexuals, transgender, queer, intersex, and asexual community members, who are often all overlooked in Pride collections because rainbows sell better. For Target, they offered lots of kids' merch, but offered only a small design on one t-shirt for bisexuals and only a book or two for trans, queer, intersex, and asexuals, but only online and not in stores. Walmart offers lots of kid merchandise, lots of bisexual merch, some trans and asexual merch, but very little queer or intersex merch, and only sold online. Next up, while Spencer's offers lots of bisexual, transgender, and some queer and asexual merchandise, they don't offer any kids merch, and only one intersex item, an intersex pride flag sold only online. Disney has a lot left to be desired in this category. They offered tons of kids merchandise, because they're mostly made to sell for kids, but only one pin for bisexuals, even though bisexuals vastly outnumber gay and lesbians overall, and only one pin for transgender people. Disney offers no merchandise at all for queer, intersex, or asexuals. But worst of all, their entire Pride collection website allows you to filter their products by what gender you are, to find products for yourself a lot easier. But they only offer boys, girls, men, and women categories. They literally have a Pride website selling Pride merchandise to LGBTQ people, which itself is claiming there are only 2 genders. It is simply terrible marketing on their part, let alone vastly incorrect, according to science and biology. Because they were the only company to do this, we had to deduct them 5 points just for this action alone. Hot Topic, on the other hand, offers some kids merch, but only offers one bisexual pin, some trans designs, no queer items at all, one intersex t-shirt, and only one asexual shirt. So they left a lot to be desired as well. While Kohl's says they will support the Trevor Project, which is a charity to help LGBTQ kids, they have almost no selection for kids merchandise at all. They only have 2 bisexual shirts, 2 asexual shirts, and for trans people they only sell a trans pride flag. They don't offer any merch for queer or intersex people either. Sadly, Michael's got even worse. They offer some merch for kids, but absolutely no designs for bisexuals, trans, queer, intersex, or asexuals. Human Rights Campaign did much better in these categories. They offer tons of kids merch, tons of bisexual, transgender, and queer merch, but we couldn't find, at the time of this recording, any intersex or asexual merch on their Pride Collection website. When it comes to PBR, we have tons of merch for kids, bisexuals, transgender, and asexuals, but only have a few designs currently for queer and intersex people. So this is something we are working to improve as our collection expands. And finally, we asked if these companies' Pride collections included any educational resources, such as books, videos, seminars, and so on, to help educate members of the community or educate our allies. Target and Walmart both offer LGBTQ books, but only because Amazon Publishing offers their authors, like myself, the option to have our books listed for sale on Target, Walmart, and other book retailers. So while I'm listed as an author on their websites, we had to deduct points for them not having resources of their own. Stores like Spencer's, Disney, Hot Topic, Kohl's, and Michael's had no educational resources at all. HRC doesn't have books listed for sale. However, they do have a massive collection of resources available for free on their website, so we gave them a near perfect score here. For our PBR merch store, we have tons of resources available for free and for sale, so we got a perfect score in this category. When you add up all 16 categories with a perfect score of 5 points in each category, the perfect possible score is 80 points. But overall, Disney only got 17 points. Michael's got 20 points. Hot Topic got 24 points. Kohl's got 28 points. Spencer's got 36 points. Target got 37 points. Walmart did slightly better and got 41 points. The Human Rights Campaign got 61 points. And overall, Powered by Rainbows got 68 points. Since we scored each question and each company on a scale of 0 to 5, with 5 being the best in each of the categories, we can also divide these overall points by the number of questions to see which company has the best overall average. So, how do they rank when looking at their averages? Well, again, Disney comes in dead last, with an average score of 1.06 out of 5 stars. Michael's gets an average of 1.25 out of 5 stars. Hot Topic gets 1.5 out of 5 stars. Kohl's is next with 1.75 out of 5 stars. Spencer's comes in with 2.25 out of 5 stars. Target gets 2.31 out of 5 stars. Walmart gets 2.56 out of 5 stars. Human Rights Campaign gets 3.81 out of 5 stars. And PBRmerchstore.com gets 4.25 out of 5 stars. Now, I realize this entire time you might be thinking this contest is biased towards the PBR merch store, just so we can make a few extra sales. But the truth is we only included our own store in this contest to show you that even we are not exempt from these questions, and we are ready to answer them with near perfect scores. And to show you that you should be asking these same questions and more to make sure a company is LGBTQ friendly completely before you make any purchases, including ones made on our PBR merch store. So let's take our show out of the equation entirely. Where should you buy Pride merch from this year? Well, I think the answer is quite clear. Companies like Disney, Hot Topic, Kohl's, and Michael's are not being LGBTQ friendly enough this year for your hard-earned dollars. We think they have several areas they should improve on in order to be worthy of your purchases. Companies like Target, Walmart, and Spencer's do fairly well, but still have some room to improve in certain categories. And organizations like the Human Rights Campaign, or supporting your local LGBTQ Pride event or equality project are much better ways to go. Typically, they have a bigger selection anyway, a more inclusive selection for marginalized groups of our community. They typically have more educational resources, and they support the LGBTQ community locally near where you live. So if you only had so much money to spend this Pride season, that would be our suggestion, to keep the money local and to get a bigger selection of items from a local group. But if you want a larger selection of items and want to support our weekly LGBTQ educational show, you can go to pbrmerchstore.com or become a member to see exclusive behind the scenes and bloopers from every episode and get exclusive discounts on all of our merchandise this year by clicking join down below and becoming a member. Anyway, if you want to learn more about the LGBTQ community, check out this episode right here, or subscribe for weekly episodes. As always, I'm your host, Professor Pride. Have a gay day, everyone, and bye for now.